Hello, everyone. I'm Kellen Habekin with Brownfield Ag News. I'm an anchor and reporter based out of Nebraska. It's time for another United Soybean Checkoff Chat. Belinda Burrier is with me. And Belinda, you're a farmer from Maryland with USB. Just tell me a little bit about yourself and your operation.
Sure. My husband and I farm in central Maryland. We're about an hour north of Washington, D.C. We grow soybeans, corn, wheat, and hay. And I've been on the board 9 years on soybean.
Awesome. Well, today we're going to discuss a little bit about oleic soybeans, high oleic soybeans. I assume you must put some of those in the ground on your operation.
Yeah, my husband and I, we've been growing them, I don't know, 6-7 years now. We started out with just 50 acres and we've increased them we at one time were up to 500 acres. Now we've backed off a little bit, but everything we grow are high oleic.
What's the difference, for those that don't know, between a regular soybean and high oleic soybeans?
Yeah, the difference between commodity bean and high oleic bean is the high oleic beans oil content has no trans fats.
So when we talk about the use of that type of oil versus a regular commodity oil, give me some examples of what the differences might be.
Well, high oleic oil actually has a higher burn point as far as it goes for restaurant uses, industrial uses, and schools and stuff. So you don't have to change the oil so often in the deep fryers, and it doesn't leave. It has a neutral taste, so the foods that are being fried in it doesn't take on any other taste.
I want to talk a little bit about like consumer demand, but first, you mentioned earlier that you've increased the use of high oleic soybeans on your operation. Why the increase?
Well, there's a premium involved in that, and so any farmer can check with their local elevator and find out what that premium offer is, and it's actually become pretty lucrative to go ahead and grow the higher oleic beans. There's no difference in raising them, so they're just as easy as commodity beans.
What's been the consumer demand for that high oleic soybean oil? Talk about demand from a consumer perspective.
Well, Frito-Lay has actually picked up using the oil in their snack food industry, so it's like a high demand, especially on the East Coast. We're in the snack food area. Hanover Foods has so many different snack food industries right in that area, so it's local for us, so it makes it really a win-win.
Melinda, is there a difference from demand for commodity bean oil versus high oleic oil? Does it affect the two?
No difference. It doesn't affect feed or fuel. There's plenty for each area.
So how does USB, right? We're talking about checkoff dollars in our checkoff chat. So how do checkoff dollars influence or help the usage and demand for high oleic soybeans?
Well, Checkoff has brought a lot of value back to the farm. So as far as the different areas that we can sell our beans to, and so United Soybean Board has made contact with end users and found out what they want in a product, and so it just adds value and brings it back to the farm for us farmers.
Now, you mentioned the premium. When we look at the ag economy over the last few years with high input costs, margins have become tight. How does having a premium on this help your financial outlook on your operation?
Well, for every dollar invested at the checkoff level, $12.34 comes back to the farmer. So that value has really increased, and we're getting ready for the next audit here at United Soybean Board. So I can't imagine what that return on investment's going to be. So it's a win-win for farmers.
My last question as we wrap up our chat here, Melinda, is how do you engage with U.S. farmers with high oleic soybeans to describe these are the benefits of using it, and as it relates to USB checkoff dollars?
So I'm on a lot of social media, so I promote that way, and I'm always doing interviews. Anything I can do to talk about anything that we're doing here at US Soy is fabulous. So, I'm there.
Belinda, anything else you want to add?
Thank you for having me, and if anybody wants to know any more about soy, they can check out ussoy.org.
Belinda, appreciate it. That's Belinda Burrier, a farmer from Maryland and a member of the United Soybean Board. I'm Kellen Avikin for Brownfield Ag News, and this has been another USB Checkoff Chat.